Away we go. How you doing, gorgeous?
I'm good.
And how have your day been?
Uh, long. Yours?
Uh, you can say long to a certain extent because when I get off work, I go to work. We're doing this podcast. I just got finished doing the first live um on X that I plan to do on a monthly basis, or
Nice.
maybe a little bit more. It depends, but it's going to be for the premium smoke room, to give
Oh,
people an
nice.
inside look at what the premium smoke room, what they might give they subscribe, you
Yeah.
know. But that's another conversation for another day. And speaking about that cleavage, good night, beautiful.
Thank you. You know what? I have the same top in white here. Hold on. I'll show you.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I have it in white, and I went to
Mhm.
put it on, and I forgot I had makeup on, and it was. I was like, well, I
No,
guess
God.
not. So you get it in black.
Oh my goodness. Well, premium smokers, you're getting a preview of what you might see if you subscribe to premium smoke, because we're gonna definitely get her there. But I'm I'm jumping the horse. I'm putting the cart before the horse, as they say from where I'm from. So, so let's begin with this and everything, because it was like I was looking at your page, where have you,
Mhm.
and I was loving that you had the cowboy hat, the boots, and the male talent. Tell me about that scene. Tell me
Okay.
about that scene.
That was with Jack Human. That is, and if you see him, he looks like Hugh Jackman. So his
Hmm.
like, stage name is a little bit of a play on that. Um, that's kind of his persona, and he
Okay.
is the partner of Kiki Dare, which most
Hmm.
people know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's lovely, and they live here in Vegas as well.
Mhm.
And yeah, he was like, you would make the perfect cowgirl. Let's do a scene because we did like a foursome together, like me,
Mhm.
Kiki, him, and then my husband. And
Mhm.
he was like, let's do like a boy girl, but let's do like the whole like cowgirl, you know, cowboy type scene. And it was really cute. It was fun. It was super fun. He's
Oh
great.
yeah. Cause I always wanted to do like a scene like that, like a country scene. I'm a country boy, and I'm
Are
fucking
you?
on the haystack. Oh yeah, I'm I'm,
Where are
I'm
you
from the
from?
South. I'm
You
from
are?
Durham, North Carolina. Yes, mate.
Oh, that's very cool.
Oh, no
I'm from
doubt.
North
No.
Dakota, which is kind of country, but not like Southern country.
Oh my God.
Like I grew up like in a very rural place.
Mm. Oh my goodness. So it's kind of like, so you like me. You from that place that they wasn't expecting porn star.
No, well, I mean maybe some people are like that's a possibility.
No, I know the people for me, they was like, they weren't surprised. Some of them was not surprised. They was like,
Yeah,
they would have
yeah,
what took
like
me so long.
yeah. Some of my really good friends from high school were like, yeah, sounds about right.
So you say, so you always been a freak. This ain't nothing new.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I took time off from being a freak to be in the healthcare industry for a little while.
Mm.
But now I'm back.
Oh my God. Was you a nurse?
I kind of, so I specialized in infant feeding and lactation. I was an IBCLC, International Board Certified Lactation Consultant.
Interesting.
I know it's a
And
mouthful.
now for the guys that are that love that lactating fetish, that their mouth just watered when you said
No.
all that.
We used to get calls about that all the time, and we really had to you have to be careful with that because the ethics board doesn't really want you taking clients for that purpose. You can
Oh
give
hell
little
no.
tips like, hey, go to this website, but you can't really take them on as clients.
Oh, for sure. So, smokers, you see where this is heading. And with that being said, it's time to smoke this over. Welcome to the Smokers Lounge. You know who I am. I'm Captain Arthur Southern Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/porn rap star. Four sponsors to tell you about. First one being RodSizzleMagazine.com. Next up, blusherotica.com. And for you people that love candles,
Blush
the
erotica.
kinky. Oh yeah, we love you, cinematographer.
Yes, we
You know what I'm
do.
saying? That's my homie, goddamn it. And for you people that love candles, I got you covered. Whether it's you want to pour it on somebody or you want it to smell good while you're fucking. The Kinky Candle Company. And for your legal need, I got you covered. A beautiful lady from the Queen City herself, the Queen of Law, Mitchell Ferrari. All the links in the description. Plus, you can find me in the mornings, 5 days out the week at fullswapradio.com, which means that if you missed this episode, don't worry, you can catch it a week later over there. Yeah, feel me. Also, you can find me on skyhawkafterdarktv.com as well as the BGP LLC app. Now, as you heard, this cowgirl knows how to ride a bull. And trust me, she won't get bucked off and she'll probably buck back. She's sexy. She got legs that go all the way up. As you see, she got nice boobs and a pretty smile and a sloppy, sloppy mouth. So I'm going
Oh,
to shut up and let this sexy lady introduce herself. Tell who you is, baby.
hello, Lala Tada. You can find me at lalatada.com. All my links are there.
No doubt, no doubt. So let's get this out of the way. So it's safe to say you in the swinging lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay, then. So that preceded the porn. Am I correct?
Kinda. Well, yeah.
She said kind of, but yeah. Why
Oh
they
my God.
happening in the same? Are you trying to say they happen in the same kind of uh in the same year, same month, same week?
It's been an interesting journey. I would say so. My current husband is my third husband. We're
Okay.
14 years together. We'll be 12 years married in April.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been swingers since we've been together,
Okay.
just because that's what we both enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing that's part of the reason why the first two marriages didn't work out so well.
I would think so, because I was gonna say third time the charm. You know what they say.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's a great guy. Let's see. When he met me, I was modeling. I was doing nude modeling and I was a stripper. He actually met me as a stripper. I was a
Okay.
stripper. He paid me to sit with him. And then, like, he didn't get a dance till the third night. It was great.
Oh man.
Yeah. And let's see what. Oh yeah, I was kind of in the industry, but like undercover, like incognito. I was doing a lot of fetish stuff, like very
Okay.
fetish, like breathing, heartbeat, pulse,
Mm-hmm.
stomach noises, being
Mm-hmm.
underwater, these types of things. And
Mm-hmm.
my modeling name was different than my fetish name. I kept them completely separate
Okay.
because at that time, that was, oh God, way back in like 2007, 2008 when I started doing those things.
Okay.
And
Damn. So you was okay. Let's unpack that real quick.
sure.
Because you said 2007, 2008. One, you preceded me in the game by 3 years. And
But
this.
like I said, it was nude modeling. I was
Mm,
so like my nude modeling persona. I can say my stage name was Janelle Lynn at the time.
mm,
Uh, my persona was very much like, oh, I don't do bondage. I don't do boy girl. I mean, I didn't even do anything like erotic other than solo, and that was very limited. Like I wouldn't do any
mm-hmm.
insertion. I would
And
sew.
now, so people can understand this. This is paid gigs because
Yeah.
this wasn't content trade. There was no
No,
content trade back then, any way, shape, form, or fashion.
it was paid. I mean, obviously, you have to do some trade to get just have your portfolio basically.
Yeah, but I mean,
uh,
but that was more for the pictures than the vid, though,
oh,
because
oh
because
yeah,
because of
the
TFP, because
videos
of
are
TFP.
100% paid. I still get royalties on that, which I know is
Mm-hmm.
not common anymore in the industry, but I still to this day get royalties twice a month on my like old fetish videos, which is fabulous. I
That's
mean, it's not
gangster.
a ton of money, but it's still like, hi. I love that. And so yeah, that was that. Met my husband. He eventually moved here after we dated. Oh my God, we had a long distance relationship for like year and a half, almost 2 years before he moved here. He's from England.
Okay.
And moved here, married me, has been here since. I know. But yeah, that was tough. For anybody that's had a long distance relationship, especially with that.
That ain't a typical long distance relationship.
Oh my gosh.
No,
It's really hard.
Yeah.
Then he moved here. So I had been to university. Actually, I started when I was 17 because I graduated high school a year early. That's a whole, we can get into that if you want to, but it's a whole other story. So I had been to university in my hometown up north, North Dakota. And yeah. And then moved down here when I was like 18 and a half. And went to school out here and then stopped going to school to work. And then when he and I were dating, I did start going back to school, to university, to actually UNLV. If anybody wants to know, UNLV alum. I don't mind saying it.
Rebels.
Yeah. So yeah, got my degree in psychology, and that was about a year after he moved here. So we had already had one of our babies. And I had a child from a previous marriage. So that was baby number 2. And then was home with the baby and was like, okay, I have this degree in psychology and I'm at home and I'm bored. What do I do now? And then that's when I decided to get my IBCLC, and it was a bit of a journey there. Had another baby. That's why I didn't go into the PhD program, is because I had another baby on the way and a tiny baby at home and then an older baby.
Oh yeah, they were racking up.
Not happening. Opened my own practice, had that with a partner of mine for a little while, and sold that. And then that's when I got back into modeling. Well, that's where the swinging comes in. So we had a profile on one of the like lifestyle sites to meet dates. Do you know this one is called Adult Friend Finders? It's like an older one.
Yeah, I know about Adult Friend Finders.
So we don't have it there anymore. So anybody that tries to look for us, we're not there. But we did have a profile on there for a while. And we, if you're familiar with that site, you don't get paid for it. It's just to find dates. You can post pictures, like small little clip vids is what we did. We were completely anonymous because we both didn't want people to know like who we were unless we wanted to like hang out. See them. And it was pretty popular. And then when I quit but sold my part of the practice and was like kind of on hiatus and didn't really know what I wanted to do, but knew I needed a break because I was burnt out from the healthcare stuff I was doing. And OnlyFans did not exist back in 2007, 2008 when I first started and all this, right? Didn't exist. I was like, I saw a documentary actually about it, and I was like, what is this? This is very interesting. And I was like, I wonder if I can take this content that I have on this platform that I'm not getting paid for, but it's super popular. People are like viewing it all the time. Of course, I knew the reason they're viewing for it if they're not like contacting me. And I was like, what if I put it on somewhere I can get paid? Let's see how that does. And I kept it completely anonymous at that point as well. Like my profile picture is just like my mouth with like my wedding ring. And it did well enough that I was like, there's something here. Like people are obviously making money off. Like I'm not doing anything. I'm just reposting shit that exists already. And it was terrible. Like it was shot on our cell phones. Some of it had like no lighting other than maybe a lamp was on. It was just very, very amateur.
Yeah. I mean, because to be honest with you, that at the time frame, like I was telling people, when cell phones became a thing, I remember in the Facebook groups, unless you know what I'm saying, that was your OnlyFans at first, because girls were just posting like dick suck pictures and fuck pictures in the damn groups, you know, and that was just for likes and comments.
Oh wow.
You know, so like I said, at the beginning stages of OnlyFans, yeah, because like I said, you had the pandemic, you had all this stuff. It's kind of like people didn't give a fuck whether it was professional looking or not at that point. Because what else you going to do? You stuck at home.
Right?
You know, period. Because even to the point before the pandemic, I mean, it really was the sex workers on there, the girls that were actually doing porn and shit like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting. It's interesting to me what it's become. But yeah, it was at that point that I was like, well, fuck it. If this is gonna sell and it's gonna do well, I might as well just go all out. Like let's call on my like photographers that are still in the business. Let's get some photos done, which I did. Let's talk to some people that are like currently in the business and doing well. Let's see what they do, and got a few pointers. I mean, there's still so many things I need to do, or I feel like I need to do. there's always something new, right? Like new lines or new platforms that can direct traffic to the paid stuff that you're doing. And then there's kind of mainstream for me that's been a little bit intermixed. It's not like a huge part of where I am, but it's in there in between everything. And that kind of works for me. I don't want to be doing like a million shoots a week. And I don't need to be like, I don't know, the next Jenna Jameson. Like my time has passed. I can just be my little milky self.
But let's be honest. Right now, that's what hot is the MILF, the hot wife, the cougar. You know what I'm saying? They want the women with the seasoning.
It's definitely something that I feel like has been more in the forefront recently. In the like just since I've been really putting myself out there, because it took me a little while to like figure out the new kind of way to do things, because this is not how things were done back in 2008. So I really had to figure it out, and it's a lot. It's a lot for one person. I definitely like have had to bring people on board to help me. Luckily, I have a very supportive husband that also helps me when he can. He works like a regular, like 9 to 5. Well, not even 9 to 5. He works overnight sometimes. Like, I'll say he's a doctor. I'm not going to say what kind, but he is a doctor, and he works some fucking crazy ass hours. But he does help me when he can. He's very supportive.
Oh, don't get it twisted, people. Y'all already know. There's porn stars that took your temperature, motherfuckers. Yes, healthcare do not give a shit.
I have taken a lot of people's temperatures.
Healthcare ain't I work in healthcare. Stop playing. No, they do not give a shit. Yes, I work in the laundry room, so I see more shit than the toilet. Yes, it's fair. So that way funny because it's like we'll get back on the fun stuff in a minute, but she's what the fuck I've been telling you people. I'm tired of people acting like you was broke, destitute, that you had to do fucking porn.
Oh no.
You was a lady that had her own business. Probably a money-making business at that. Some people, I done talked to a motherfucker that was a lawyer, people that was lawyers.
Oh yes. One of my good friends used to be a lawyer. Yeah.
So why do people think that you got to be broke, destitute,
I don't know.
desperate to do this business, to
I
even
I
think about doing it.
I don't know. It's I think I've talked about I know I've talked about it before, but it baffles me because my mindset's so different.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm drawn to people that have the same mindset as me. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what other people do for a living as long as they're happy. Like, I really don't care. And a lot of like that's the friends, the like core group of friends that I have now, that's their
Mm-hmm.
mindset. And I'm glad that I made this transition from where I was to, that
Mm-hmm.
middle ground. Obviously, I had 2 kids in the midst of that. So that
Yeah.
was a whole different like
Mm-hmm.
community that I was
Mm-hmm.
around because it was new moms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
To where I am now. And it's almost like there's so many friends that have just kind of fallen off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Oh, of course.
I know
They're gonna look at you sideways.
how that was then.
So I'm gonna ask you this. All right. So now you move from taking the pictures. Now we're talking about we need to get content. I need to shoot boy girl content. I need to find male talent and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna unpack your first boy girl shoot, shot studio style. You feel what I'm
Oh,
saying?
studio
You
shot.
know,
Okay. That's
we,
different. That took me a while to get to studio.
yeah. Okay. Then now I'm gonna ask you this because prior to this, so we can understand this.
Mhm.
How was you finding the guys you was working with? It was based off of your swinging lifestyle? Was it that y'all reached out to people? How did you find the guys to get the content to continue to make the money?
Right. So, well, at the beginning, it was my husband. That's the easy.
I'm sure of that.
And then,
He's
okay.
from. Hold on, let me make this clear. European men do have big dicks.
I
Let's
mean,
make that clear. They do have big
decent.
dicks.
It's not like. I mean, it's not ridiculous, but
Yeah.
it's a nice size.
It made you happy. That's all that counts. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, yeah, yeah.
But go ahead. But go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so it was him at the beginning, and like I did solo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I even had a producer that he was like totally okay with me just doing solo stuff. He's like, yeah, let's go for it. He'd do my like photo shoot, then we do like a few solos, and then I was like, can I bring my husband in? He's like, sure. So then we did some of those. And then I did a lot of customs back. I don't really do customs very often anymore. I don't have a ton of time to fit those in, so they are few and far between, and they cost a pretty penny. But back then, I did do a lot of customs. And then it kind of developed into my husband obviously works quite a lot, and I was going to ask to do X, Y, and Z, whether it was a collab, whether it was something else. Agents were contacting me and being like, "Hey, you want to sign up?" And I'm like, at that time, I was like, "Yeah, sure," because I brought my swinging life into my content creator life. I know some people don't. Some people don't like that term, content creator, especially like the old school porn stars. Like, content creator.
No, because the reason why, because it took away the aura of being a porn star.
Yeah, I feel
first.
I don't want to use the word for me porn star because I'm not a star. I feel like I want to be humble and be like, I'm just this person.
No, you're not gonna have imposter syndrome on my fucking goddamn show.
I do porn. How's that?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not looking at content creation here. I'm seeing porn here. I don't know what you looking at.
Yeah. So I don't even remember where I was with all that. I lost my train of thought. I'm not smoking, and you are.
See, I told you, I'm retired, so I can't fuck them physically, but I can fuck with them mentally. Ain't that great, baby? I just gave her a mental orgasm. She didn't realize it. Yeah, boo. No, but see the thing about it. Okay, so up to that point, of course, you probably, I guess, ran into, I guess, some guys that was collabing or what have you.
Oh yeah,
So
I'll let you. Yeah.
yeah, so then we get to now it's studio. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I don't get a shitload of studio work. I
Mhm.
would love to. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, fucking let's
Yeah,
go.
but,
But
but but but I mean, like for example, okay, with the studio, it's a different type shoot
yeah.
because before you control the action. Now the studio is different because it's a director. So tell me your thought process. Was you nervous? How did they make you feel comfortable on set to do the shoot? Because understand, yes, you've been in front of the camera, but there's a difference on what they looking for versus what you and your homeboy were just doing just to film just for the fuck of it.
Oh, for sure. I would say, luckily for me, the studios that I've worked for, well, for example, Pervycity.
Mm-hmm.
Claudio is the director, the
Mm-hmm.
owner, producer. I'd already done a collab with him.
Mm-hmm.
I already knew him. We talked online. I felt very comfortable with him. And I
Mm-hmm.
knew he was not going to put me in any situation where I was going to feel uncomfortable or, and that was my first anal scene, by the way, was with Perv City. Um, and that was kind of recently. I want to say it was about 6 months ago. Not even 6 months
Mm-hmm.
ago. Um,
Yes, that's just funny because I was just looking. I'm just was sitting here looking at it, and
was it May? Maybe May?
it. Oh my god, this shit. And to show you how open she was, he was going in and out to put. He was literally pulling the dick completely out and putting it in. I was like,
Oh yeah, yeah. He was like, "Are you okay with like going from anal to pussy to mouth?" I was like, "Yeah, whatever. Like, I'm gonna be prepped." So
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to be because it's because yeah, you're gonna do ass the mouth, you're gonna do ass the pussy,
I
period.
mean, I didn't have to, but I was okay with it. And
Mhm.
I mean, it's my pussy, it's my ass. Like, why not?
I'm saying shit here.
Like, why not? It's as clean as I make it, right?
Oh yeah.
And I was that was the thing that I was worried about. Everybody was like, "Are you worried about the size?" I'm like, "No." I've taken it like in my own personal life. Like I enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not as worried about like, oh, if there's a like slip up or there's something that like it doesn't go as according to plan.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it doesn't. I'm not as worried. Whereas if like there's a fucking whole crew and you're on set and
Mm-hmm.
your scene partner's there that you just met
Mm-hmm.
and there's this, you're not as clean as you thought you were, like that would make me
Oh yeah.
thank God I
And
put
see, oh no, I've had shitty accidents before on set.
I was told it happens.
Yes, I didn't fuck the shit out of somebody before. Yes, I have.
Really?
Yes, I have. So I know the experience.
Did you say you poked the shit out of somebody?
I literally did fuck the shit out of somebody. Yes.
Fuck the shit out of somebody. You know what's funny is there's been times where somebody has a really big dick, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I feel like I have to shit. And obviously, like it would probably be a scene that I'm not prepped for because I don't do anal unless I'm getting paid for it, and I'm
Yeah.
prepped. Like, um, and I've definitely like whispered
Mm.
like,
Yeah.
like just
Yeah,
check.
because even when I'm looking at this, I'm like, you practically gaping in
Yeah,
that scene. You feel what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
I was like, made me wish to come out of retirement. God dang. Shit.
It's funny because they Claudio asked me, he's like, "Do you gape?" And I was like, "Do I what now?" He's like, "Do you gape?" And I was like, I have no idea. I don't know what that is, and I don't know if I do or not. He's like, "Well, we're gonna find out."
See, that's what I'm talking about. And see, that's what they look for, females that are flexible on set, period. Because like I said, I've been in this business 20 some years. The truth is, the females that do the most, do it all, or do the most, has the best chance of getting the most booking and make the most money. Because they looking for females that are versatile, period. And especially nowadays, because porn has become so, it's lost its tabooness because we do everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Period. So it's kind of like, what is there left to do?
I know. Yeah, I agree. It's
go ahead.
funny. It's funny in that respect for sure.
Yeah. So it's kind of like that to me. So with that, so because you were shot with the top companies, how has it shaped how you pick?
Top companies.
Well, I mean, Perv is one of them out this piece. And plus, like I said, you're doing high quality work. Let's keep it 100. You feel me? And you have worked with some established talent. So with you, how do you pick the people, the guys that you work with? Now, we do understand that part of content trade, let's set this up, people.
Yeah.
We do have a choice of who we're going to fuck in front of the camera.
Yes.
Yes, part of it is that we do want to fuck them. That's
right.
Part of it. That's just being honest, people. It's content trade.
Yeah.
So, other than those factors, what else do they have to bring to the table to work with Miss Tada?
God. So it's been such an evolution actually with all of that. Because at the beginning, again, coming from the swinger lifestyle, I'm like, oh, somebody like everybody has something to bring to the table. Mm-hmm. What is it that they have? Like, what do we see with them? Like, even if there's been like older couples that me and my husband would swing with and be like, we're okay with that. Like, we don't really have an age, body type, anything. Like, we're like, do we like the person? Are they have a good personality, or people, depending on like what's going on there. So I brought that to
the board.
Wow. And at the beginning it was like, content's content, let's go. Like, whatever. Like, I was just saying yes to like practically everybody. Not saying that was a bad choice, but I got burnt out. Like, real fast, which obviously happens. Like, it's a human body. You can't just like use it to abuse it constantly and expect to like not get sick, like just physically ill, not even talk about STDs. Like, that's a whole other conversation about like making sure everybody's tested and all that.
Yeah.
Which, obviously I've been like on top of that because of being in the lifestyle. That did teach me like to be there. And boundaries was the other thing that lifestyle taught me really well, was boundaries. Like, have your boundaries and don't be fucking ashamed of them. And so if that person doesn't like it, then they're not for you, and that's okay. Anyway, where was I going with that? But it's evolved because I have, over the course of time, realized I am one person, and my husband's not with me as often anymore for a lot of these things, where he was at the beginning with me for the majority of them. He works for a different company. He works for a new one now. So I just have realized that I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I have a household to run. And this job is wonderful, and I love it. I fucking love the people I meet, the majority of them. I love being in the lifestyle. I love being able to bring that to a certain degree. Now these days, I've kind of not meshed the two as much. They're kind of a bit separate now. And yeah, so to collab with me, if I do trade collabs with pretty much anybody, or trade paid. Trade paid with pretty much anybody. Like, if you are paying me and you're giving me some content, I will reduce my rate and we can work together. Just straight up collabs that are just trade. I I prefer if the person or people that I'm working with are able to, help with lighting, if it's like camera work, if they can do that, or if we can like split the cost of a camera person coming in, because it's to be my husband and he's not as available anymore. And it's not good. It's nicer to have a camera person do it, and a lot of times they edit.
Yeah, actually.
This is nice. And then I don't have to worry about all that because I have so much backlog currently because I've shot and just got, the raw content. And I'm like, now I got to do something.
Well, see, that's a good thing because you don't know. This is what I was taught. The key to this business is film, film, film. Because you never know what happens in life where you might have to take a break. But you never let the fans know you taking a break. No. That's the reason for the content. Period.
I fucked that up.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, because we came from the era where it was anticipation built through the trailers, through the pics, the way that we marketed, because we made every scene seem like it was a big event. Now it's TikTok.
I know. Fucking TikTok. We have a love-hate relationship, me and TikTok.
Oh God, I barely even use it. I'm on it, but I'm not on it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I get that. I get it.
So, do we or have we done any gangbangs?
Oh yeah. I didn't even get paid for a lot of them.
Oh my God. So what was the biggest gangbang that you have done?
I want to say there was 10 guys.
All 3 holes open?
Sorry? No.
All 3 holes? Just 2?
No. Yeah, none of my gangbangs have had any anal involved.
Oh my goodness, out of space. So for you, what is the get off with the gangbang for you? Because I always ask females that they do it. Period.
It's gonna be weird because it goes back to the lifestyle, like just making a connection. Like there's been, I want to say content creators, but I'm like, I don't know what to use that word. There's been other performers. How's that?
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, that I've made like a connection with for whatever reason during the gangbang, and then we worked with after, or I've worked with after, because I'm like, that was awesome. One guy spit in my eye and was like, "Don't blink," and I'm like, "Okay," and then like we ended up exchanging numbers and clapping later.
Oh, please, please. Are you into BDSM?
Not ish.
You BDSM light. Let's say that.
I have my bed behind me. Can you see it? This is in my room that I film in a lot, by the way. So you see the hard points?
Yeah.
My husband built this bed, actually.
I like your husband.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He is a great guy. And he built that bed, and we have ropes and everything, but neither one of us know how to tie, so we have to depend on like other people. Like, do you know how to tie?
I rig a little bit, and what I don't know, I watch on YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube is helpful for sure. We used it for like a ton of photo shoot, I have for like a ton of photo shoots.
Oh yeah.
So have it like hooked up properly, really. But what am I say? BDSM. I've done some shoots that, like the last guy I was talking about, where like I had a collar on and he did some stuff. And I like spanking, I like spitting, I like clapping, I like that kind of stuff. Just in everyday, my normal life, like if I'm having sex, I enjoy that. So it's not that big of a stretch for me to. I always tell people too, like, you can throw me around, you can pick me up, you can like slap me, spank me, hit me, and like oftentimes I get, oh yeah, I don't do that. I'm like, damn it. So I don't know. It's not really hardcore BDSM. It's like maybe would you call it like soft? I don't know.
Yeah, it's the term now because someone coined it. I forgot who coined it. Was BDSM light.
There you go.
You know,
Yeah, that would be.
that what they coined it. So
Yeah,
I
I don't have
mean,
experience other than
I'm
just
sorry. I wish it. It's not often that I had a female that said what she just said. Like, hey, I'm into all of that. I'm like, oh, we shooting a lot of scenes today.
yeah, like most
I hope you can go for 4.
right?
I hope you can go for 4 out of this piece. We going for 4 scenes today. No,
Yeah,
because I'm sorry. It's to me, no, females that are like that is they. I mean, because the way I used to shoot was I brought them to them and we shot for a whole weekend. Period.
okay.
Because the whole point was, like I said, helping them with their career at the same token, getting content. But that's a conversation for another day. I don't feel like going into it. They ones know what I'm talking about. But the thing about it is that also plan to have a variety on your sites and different type content. Because my thing is, how long have you been in the business, right? Well, to where you really took it serious?
Since I'm gonna say 2002, 2001, I started dabbling. 2002, I was like, let's go.
Okay.
But
I see.
like I said, I kind of got like a slow momentum that I built. Like I
Yeah.
didn't just go like balls to the wall. It was like,
Mhm.
oh, cool, I'll do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'll add my husband in, and
Mhm.
then I was like, let's go.
So basically, you've been marinating for about what 2 decades, and then
Sure.
now you popping off because
Yeah.
one, I'm gonna ask you this: when you came in, it was about the young girls. When you decided
Oh,
to, yeah. So when you came in this era, how shocking was it that it's the milfs, it's the cougars, it's the hot wives, it's the older women that one make the money, 2 have longevity, and 3 they're not bitter.
it's crazy. It was so like surreal to me. I'm like, is this for real? Like, really? Like these people they have this status in this industry. What? Like, because in the modeling industry back in the day, again,
Yeah.
like you had to be like 0% body fat and 20 years old and have had no babies. You can't, like, if you had a baby, you better not fucking talk about it. I remember going in for
Shit,
like,
they didn't want you to have tattoos.
oh yeah, I know. I have more now. I don't have very many, but and they're in inconspicuous places, the majority of them. But yeah, I think I had one, and they used to ask me to cover it at times. And I remember going, I went on a couple. Well, I got Playboy Girls of Golf. I was able to do that. You basically caddied, but really not. Do you remember Playboy Girls of Golf?
Yeah. Come on, my dude.
Stupid. But I got like, it was a bit of my resume that I thought was really cool, and I got a lot of free shit, and it was fun. Anyway, but anyway, I remember going on some what they would call go-sees, and they would tell me to like. I had a C-section for my first baby when I was 21. So when I went on some of these modeling, like the nude modeling stuff, they would be like, to cover that C-section scar. And I'm like, it's a really deep scar. Like, do that. And they're like, just do your best, just like blur it out. Like they know you've had a baby. We already told them. They know you've had a baby. I'm like, okay. But yeah, I never made it to like the main magazine. But I did get Hustler. Like
But see, what's so crazy is that if magazines were popping now, it would be the older women that'll be in it because
Oh
it
yeah.
because even to the point it was like the term hot wife done popped off now.
I
Period.
know.
So my question is this: how much do you play into the hot wives, the MILF? Do you do the step mom, step son?
Yeah.
How much do your content play into that?
Uh, uh, I would say quite a bit. So I've never done a video without my ring.
Okay.
It's always there. My fans expect that. If I'm not wearing it, they would be like, "Where the fuck's your ring?" And I don't think even if I'm playing the part of somebody else, I'm gonna wear it
Yeah.
because that's who I am, and that's part of why I'm in the industry I'm in now. Um, let's see what else. How much do I play into like the MILF thing? A
Yeah.
lot. A lot because and you know what's hilarious? Oh my god, I tell people this at like parties and stuff. I'm like, I didn't know that the term MILF in the porn industry meant something different than it does like to me being like, I was born in 83. Okay, I'm 41.
Okay. Okay.
And to me, that term
What
meant
you?
you were literally a mom that
Uh-huh.
was that you wanted to
Yeah.
fuck, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I understood the term to be until this is going to sound terrible, but till like 2 years ago when somebody was like, somebody's calling me a MILF. I'm like, you don't have kids. And they're like, that doesn't matter in
No.
the industry.
It's the age. It's see porn. See that's why I say porn rules the world because what it meant was a mother I like to fuck. That what it supposed to
Yes.
be. It supposed to
Yes.
be like a stifler. But they'll throw a 28-year-old in the MILF category. You know what I'm
I
saying? If she
know.
has a look of a mom, is if you look it
I
meaning if you look seasoned.
Yep. Yep. And I just didn't understand that. And I felt so stupid or
But but
ignorant.
but, but, but you know what's funny? You know it's I don't want to use a big word on this because I don't feel like using a big word. You know what's the irony of all this?
What's
They
that?
sit here and say a woman's prime is in her 20s. But
Oh,
y'all proving that her prime is in her 30s and 40s.
definitely.
Because the reason why older women know themselves better to where they can handle the business versus younger women.
Oh yeah.
Period. Because I think about myself, even if I came in the game younger, I might have really fucked it up.
Oh my God. I would have been so butthurt about so many things when most of the time it doesn't have anything to fucking do with me. Like, oh, this person doesn't want to like it doesn't even have anything to do with me half the time.
Yeah.
They're looking for this or they're in school or
Mm-hmm.
their wife doesn't want them to. Like, whatever. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with me, really. And I would have never been able to get to that headspace. I would have been so like just sad all the time, I think. And I have an ability now to I have the wisdom.
Oh yeah. So shoot. So now the other part of this is that when it comes to us doing this business,
Mhm.
because like you and your husband, y'all are swingers.
Yeah,
Um, you don't hear a lot of porn stars talk about this. There's a sacrifice that comes with doing this business,
oh yeah.
and speak to the sacrifice you have to make when it comes to your personal sex life, when it comes to this business, to chase it, to be in position to get money and to make money and to do shoots.
Um, my personal sacrifice. Do you mean specifically with my relationship with my husband, or just my
No,
personal?
no, 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 not your husband. Cause see, I didn't talk to swinger couples, Hell, I didn't talk to cup couples, so let's go there. But no, it's this what I mean. You and him can't go to the swinger club before porn go to the swinger club.
Oh yeah.
You get what I'm coming from? Yeah. You might decide you want to suck that dick because it looks so nice and tasty. Now, you feel what I'm saying? And that's one thing people don't realize coming into business. You have to sacrifice that.
Yeah, I would say since kind of getting more into it, probably within the last year, um, our kind of lifestyle activities are a bit, well, not a bit, a lot more limited to other people that are in the industry that are also in the lifestyle. We know they're tested. We know they can show their tests. They are doing the proper tests. And typically we know them. We either worked them or we fucked them. So we know them already. Or there's somebody that we've known in the lifestyle previously that is okay with getting tested, because I can't just I can't be out of work because somebody that's just, from my previous lifestyle stuff isn't up to date on their test. Like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
People would be not happy and I would be not happy. Like, I don't want that. I don't want to have to be like, oh yeah, I was reckless. So absolutely, there's those limitations for sure. I can't just go to a club and be like, let's just fuck whoever. Like, that would be sometimes. I mean, there have been circumstances that we would be like going to a club for, swingers, and I wasn't checking tests. That was back in the day. I was not checking tests. I was just like, we're here for a good time. We'll do our like monthly tests and make sure we're good. But we weren't checking other people's tests, if that all makes sense.
Yeah.
And then also just being a little bit older too. Like, I'm very conscientious of my health and getting enough sleep, like being able to get up and go and do these things, and also be present for my family and my kids that need me. Like,
because see, people don't realize how physically taxing these shoots are.
They really can be. Like, there's been some shoots like 6-8 hours. And I get home and I'm mentally fried in addition to like physically fried. But I still have to, and this isn't always, this is not all the time, especially if it's a collab. I'm like, maybe you got me for 3 hours, and that's a solid 3 hours.
Even with a collab, because it's like, don't get it twisted. If the chemistry right, y'all going hard. And I didn't went that hard to where, like, I did a whole weekend of shoots. Monday, I couldn't move. I was sore. We went that hard. Because it's I tell people, no, it's when you're in front of that camera, expect from male time to female time or what have you, it's the man has to move her in position to look her best. Yeah. She has to move. He has to move. Right. We have to do positions that you don't normally do. Period. That reverse cowgirl is not that easy.
Oh my God. Every time my scene partner's like, okay, turn around, let's do reverse cow. I'm like, oh fuck, it was leg day yesterday. Like, I don't want to do that.
And you do anal, so I already know they want to see reverse cowgirl anal. Do you squirt?
Oh, that's a fun question. So I do. It's not like some girls are very easy to make squirt, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not easy. I mean, I'm easy in other ways, but I'm not easy in that way. Mm-hmm. Usually like hard fingering in addition to like clit stimulation, but the fingering has to be like at a certain angle. So my G-spot's like to the right of my body. In case you wanted to know.
And if I'm correct, under the hood. See, people, I already know. I can make girls squirt. I already know how to do it. Yeah. It's all about how you position, and it's good to be curved.
Can't. And there's been 2 people that have ever been able to make me squirt while they're fucking me. Mm-hmm. One's been my husband, And another one was during a DVP, but it wasn't even like there was no double penetration at the time. It was just him. And all of a sudden he's like, oh, there's a river. And I'm like, sorry. This was during a professional too. I'm like,
my God. So do you squirt? Do you squirt during anal? Do
I
you squirt
haven't.
during the anal orgasm?
I have not. No, not yet. Stay tuned.
She said not yet. It might be happening then, goddamn it. So, oh my God. So, but that's what I mean by it's like because people gotta realize even though because they always have the thought process that we're not fucking for real. We are fucking for real. It's still we're fucking for the fantasy.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what I try to explain to people. And what I mean by that is in normal sex life, y'all are not doing all them goddamn positions. Actually, you ain't face fucking or none of that shit. You probably getting maintenance head at best. I'm just saying.
Depends on the way.
In some places, it depends. Yeah. If it's his birthday, he might lucky and get some sloppy.
I mean,
oh
not
my
a lot of things I say no to. If somebody's really jonesing for something, I'm like, all right.
Oh my goodness. So shoot. So I mean, but like I said, I mean, it's the game that we're in. And that's what I tell people. They think there's a lot of money in it. It's not. It has its ups and downs, you know, period. And like I said, that's mainly why I did this podcast. So people can see the real of our business. And also enjoy being entertained by us talking about it, because you do get some sex talk out of us. So, yes, and this crazy part is I ain't even hit the surface with this lady because it's so much I ain't even dove into the swinger side of things for her, period. So, but you know what that means, right, people? That means I got to ask her the $1 million question.
What's that?
Miss Tada, can I call you a smoke buddy?
Can you do what?
Can I call you a smoke buddy?
Oh, sure, but I have my variety of drinks. I don't have anything to smoke right now.
No, you don't have to smoke to be a smoke buddy. The smokers know that. That means that she will be back here on the Smokers Lounge and
oh my God, I sound so ditzy. I'm not usually that ditzy.
No. We love that. We love that.
Yes, please have me back. I would love to come back.
And we're gonna bring her and this beautiful cleavage and her beautiful boobies to the Premium Smoke Room on and only on, exclusively on Loyal Fans, people. That's right. The best smokers always premium. I'm talking about 5 premium podcasts for you to enjoy. 4 sexy hostesses that you're going to fall in love with. Weekly episodes, and the conversation gets more saucier, and it gets more provocative. It gets more unpredictable. It gets more crazy. It gets more wilder. Tits come out. Dildos might pop out. You don't know unless you subscribe. And for you people that love Triple X and you think that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to this business, go over to the video store, check out my work, and see me give them ladies that work, because big dicks grow in the sticks, ladies and gentlemen. And for my Spotify users, I got you too. Savage Smoke, where I talk to the industry's top male talents, producers, and such, as we give you that real smoke from a male's perspective. Plus, you can binge, listen, and watch to over 400 episodes, ranging from limited podcast series that I did in the past to Premium Smoke podcast episodes that are not on Loyal Fans, and other special episodes that I will be dropping on Spotify just for my Spotify listeners. So it's 2 ways for you to get extra content from the Smokers Lounge. You can go premium, or you can be a savage. It's up to you. So with that being said, Miss Lala Tada, can you tell everybody where they can spend that money?
Oh, on me?
Yes, spend that money on you, of course. That's what they want.
Tada.com. All my links are there. You can find where you can spend money on.
She say no more people. So, what did we learn today? Well, what we learned is that you have to be able to adjust through the times in order
Yeah.
to survive in any business. It doesn't matter if you open a hair salon. It doesn't matter if you open a convenience store or nowadays weed dispensaries. You feel what I'm saying? You got to be able to adjust to the changes in the business. If you don't, you will never be successful. And at some point, you have to look at yourself as a business person.
Mhm.
You have to move as such. You have to look at the numbers. You have to think about certain things that you probably never had to think about. And you also, and I've said this before, you have to learn the most biggest lesson when you're doing this business. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable
Uh,
because comfortability don't make you no money. That's all I got to say. So I hope y'all learned to smoke that over. And with that being said, you know, we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Say goodbye, doing Tada.
bye. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.